Hi everyone. So in this lesson we'll talk about how to organize your tracks or color code them or mark them so that you can kind of oversee, which section of your track is destined to which type of instruments or which segment of the song itself. So what I have here open is a song or like a track that I made called Multidimensional a while back. And at the top here you can see that I've opened up this marker feature. Just press this button right here, it will show up. You can add and change, how long you want this marker to be, per section. But basically, this is a very easy trick to use when you're making music because it kind of lets you know, okay, here is the introduction, here's the chorus, here's the post-chorus, and then here's a verse, for example. And it can make you understand, okay, maybe I want to change this part of the song, and without having you to maybe go back after a few days and not really know where it is and having to look through it again. So this is just like a habit that I sometimes use. It's not something that's mandatory when you make your music, but it is a guide, a tip to help you best organize exactly which section of the music you're at or are working on. So that is a way for you to kind of again distribute the different sections in your music. The other thing here is when there's a lot of instruments that you make, that you use for different melodies, for different drum tracks, or parts of the drum tracks, or let's say bass or effects, it can be very easy to lose sight of exactly which track you're looking for, and it might get a little bit messy. Here, I actually have a color code that basically helps me to differentiate different parts of the music according to its role in the music. So for example, the blue color code in this, at least in my example here, is for different melodies. So whether it's the main melody, whether it's the pads, or whether it is the other verse melody or counter melody, it's all color coded into blue. And what you do is that you can right click here when you press on the track. You will see, if you go all the way down here, assign track color. So you can just choose different colors if you want to. So you also make sure you select them, and you can just change the color accordingly. So this one I kept it to blue. You can do the same thing for any other instrument. So for example, here I tend to have the drums all be color coded into one. So that includes the hi-hat, the snare, the counter snare, and the kick here. It might be a little bit confusing why it's called kick 5. I just didn't really change this when I made it, but I color coded this as pink for the 808s for the bass because you can technically count the bass as a part of the percussion, or it's something at least that kind of goes with the kicks of the drum, right? So that's why it's a little bit kind of intermingled here. I just moved here for the sake of coloring, make it a bit more clean here. So that is a way for you to differentiate that. And obviously at the bottom here for me, it was, smash as in, like a very effects of cymbals or, sirens, a siren effect or a broken glass effect or, gunshots, etc., reverse cymbal. So this is a way for you to be really able to kind of know exactly what instruments are, where they are, which tracks they are, as well as knowing the different markers of that sets the overall kind of structures of your music. So I can play a little bit here to give you a sense of how this could be helpful. When you play it right here, that's the introduction, like I said. And I'll skip forward a little bit. And now I know it's the chorus. And I actually didn't have too many. I don't think I really have any changes for the post-chorus. I think it's just something that I put there, supposing that if there were to be an audio track, on top of this, it might be a little bit different as to what they say, right? And then here's the verse, and you can hear like the kind of really apparent difference between the chorus and the verse's energy. And then I basically repeated it for a while. I have another chorus and post-chorus, and I changed actually the melody for the second verse. Yeah, it's just like some things that can maybe let you know, okay, you have the verse here, repeat it 2 times. If you want to switch it up a little bit with the melody, feel free to do so. And it's a lot more easy for you to kind of know exactly where the verse is and to make that change. So that concludes this lesson.